Ha. Sorry about the delay. I was having some technical difficulties. I could not get my my camera to work. So it is working now. Okay. So give me just a second. Had a reboot. All right. Sorry again, you guys. Sorry for the delay. I could not get my computer to work. So give me just a second here and then we will get started. Let's wait, see if anybody else is popping on. You know, with summertime, people are gone. I'm going to try to start doing these meditations every Thursday, which will link very close to the moon. And then if I end up having to tweak them a little bit, I will. But I think keeping them consistent on Thursdays is probably going to be the best for everybody involved. If you want to give me a thumbs up on that, to let me know if you think that's a good idea or not. But I think consistently every week or every 2 weeks, I already getting the thumbs up. Awesome. So I'm thinking every Thursday is when we'll do these moving forward, because it seems that, again, having that consistent schedule seems to be a good way to go. Perfect. Okay, cool. Okay, I need to go in. Sorry, guys. That's never happened before. So, all right, sharing that. Meditation. Okay. Welcome. And if anybody else pops on, then we'll just let them jump in where they need to. This is what you are going to need for the evening. Put that in the chat box. So you are going to need a candle, Palos Santo, sage, incense, whatever you want to clear your space. If you don't have a candle and incense, you can use mine with me. You are going to want your notebook, journal, and pen, and then some toilet paper or a piece of paper, and then a jar or bowl for burning. And just so you guys know, I'm not burning tonight. So that's just, it's a huge fire hazard and I keep doing it down here and it's just dangerous. So I'm going to go outside and do it. So when we release for the evening, that's when I'm going to go burn. So sorry for the lack of fire effects on tonight's meditation, but I figure safety is the best thing, correct? Okay. So let's jump in. Let's start with setting the intention. So this Capricorn full moon is all about freedom, structure, and innovation. So let's bring in the intention that we are going to tap into our inner freedom. Let's bring in the invitation or the intention to be able to have structure, the structure that we need in our life, to have the innovation that we're looking for, to get very clear, to be grounded, to be present in this moment, in this space, in this time, and to also learn. So this full moon is very much about karmic lessons right now. So let's tap into our inner knowing, our inner wisdom, to learn from our mistakes and learn from what's going on in our lives. So with that, take your candle and your lighter and set that intention. If there's anything else you want to bring in for the evening, any other intentions you want to set, obviously to have fun, to have a good time, to be open, to be open, to be in tune. So, and to be present in this meditation this evening, to get what you need from it and to take it forward in your life. So if there's any other intentions you want to set, go ahead and do that now. And then we are going to clear our space. And you can say this mantra out loud or in your head with me, or you can say whatever else you want that ends up clearing this space for you. Light your Palo Santos from your intention candle. And then you're going to say, I, waving in a figure 8 motion, I bring myself into a state of balance, aligning mind, body, and soul. I am cleansed. I am free. I am light. I am me. Love that. Okay, set that aside. If you need to do any other clearing, go ahead and do that now. And let's talk and tap into this Capricorn energy. So, overall theme to explore for this Capricorn full moon is freedom, structure, innovation. How you may be feeling is reclusive, transformed, dreamy. And this is an excellent time to write, rest, and spend some solo time outdoors or even in your cozy bed. So this Capricorn full moon is definitely a heavy one. I've actually had a lot of people reaching out to me saying what is going on. They've been in tears. They've been in horrible moods. It just feels dense and heavy and pressure. So know first and foremost that you're not alone in how you're feeling. But there are a lot of little hidden gems, little hidden jewels in the depths if you are willing to dive to the bottom or climb to the top to reach them. So those definitely make the journey. Those who make the journey definitely won't regret it. So this Capricorn full moon calls us to take responsibility for our lives and the directions that we are traveling, to release any distraction, recharge our batteries. Recharge our batteries, recharge our batteries. I want you to hear that, recharge our batteries, and to refocus on what we truly value and what matters the most in this world. This full moon will allow and inspire you to show up with strength, courage, resolve, determination in every aspect of your life. This full moon may also bring the realization that some things need to come to an end, particularly around goals. So, and also bringing forward for you the things that are blocking you from reaching your goals. So pay attention to what's coming up for you. Letting go, closing doors, saying goodbye can all be hard things to do, but this full moon is our opportunity to rewrite the next chapter of our lives, to refocus our dreams and goals that didn't work out, and to know that we all experience, to know that all we experience is part of this life and part of making us stronger. So there are truly no wrong paths in this life, just lessons. These lessons make us wiser, better, more capable human beings. So bringing us back to ourselves, we can, as we're able to do that, we're able to send our ripple out to the world. So this is the second super moon of this year. We will have one more, and I believe that there's going to be, a bigger picture, and more is going to be revealed as we come into August super full moon. So I also really fast just want to talk about Pluto retrograde. Retrogrades occur when planets appear to be moving backwards to us. Pluto is an extremely slow moving planet, and that's why where Pluto is in your chart really does indicate strong transformative areas for you. But as far as our third eye is concerned, it's a different story. So it gets very activated under Pluto retrograde because Pluto's movements are slow on the surface. On the hidden level layers in our etheric body or even our subconscious, the energy moves are strong. So ancient astrologers used to believe that when the planets entered retrograde, it was traveling through the underworld, our subconscious, unearthing hidden messages, secrets, and things that hide in the shadows. So those are all Pluto things or Pluto keywords anyways. So we're really going to have those things coming to the surface. And that happened a couple of days ago. So being mindful again of what's coming up for you, what's resurfacing, karmic lessons, this tied into the full moon. there is just really big transformative energy happening right now. So remembering that Pluto is a transformative force, it rules over the cycle of death and rebirth. And again, when it's combined with Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, which is our life lessons, it can be a hard aspect that we're working with right now. But it can also bring powerful change to corporations, governments, long established financial institutions, and the world of big business. So all areas are touched by the combination of Pluto and Capricorn. So I think that's why you're seeing some of the big life events that are taking place in the world right now. Pluto has much to do, still has much to do on this course. So we will kind of be feeling the effects of this until October, and then it will station direct again. So, and the last time Pluto was retrograde was the end of 2021. So, so going back and looking at October of 2021 and saying, how have I transformed? How have the energies of Pluto confronted yourself and the shadow work, and what has come out stronger and reborn for you? So Pluto embodies the process of death and rebirth, like I mentioned, and it always presents in these moments in life when we undergo the process of moving from ashes to phoenix. So rising like the phoenix. So try not to fear Pluto retrograde. Again, this is a slow and steady process for you to clear your path, reinvent the things that are coming up that are stagnant for you, and then leveling yourself up through this incarnation, through this rebirth. So there's some questions that you can ask yourself. I'm actually going to put them in the chat box, and then we'll actually address these when we go into our exercise portion. But I can rebirth my life by, I am most afraid of, I am most powerful when, what is no longer working in my life, and I release control of. So we're going to focus on some of these questions in the end, and use these to help us release. And then we're going to transmute it. We're going to put some energy into it. We're going to transmute it. We're going to release it and let it go. So that's going to be after the meditation. Okay. Last but not least, we have another huge, big transition coming up at the end of the month. And we'll actually talk more about it at the end of in 2 weeks for the new moon live meditation. But Uranus is going to be, Uranus North Node conjunction is taking place on the 31st. So Uranus, the planet of change and awakening, aligns with the lunar North Node, which is considered our highest point of destiny and our shortcut to enlightenment. So you will start seeing radical inventions that change the old versus the new, powerful awakenings that change the course of our planet's future, revolutions, especially in the areas relating to finance, agriculture, and environment. And those are just a few. So like I said, we're going to talk more about this in 2 weeks, but I wanted to give you a little plug for the excitement of the next new moon, which is all going to be about bringing things forward. So it's going to be the Leo new moon. So we might do some manifesting. Yeah, some candle magic maybe. So stay tuned for that. Okay. Let's jump into the meditation. So we're having lots of thoughts. So tonight we're going to kind of focus on thoughts and then bring in a little gratitude. So get yourself into a comfortable position. Go ahead and snag some water real quick if you want some water. You can sit, you can stand, you can lie down, whichever is the most comfortable for you, but just get yourself into a comfy position, okay? Let's do this. Maybe bringing your hands on your heart, bringing your breath in. Okay. Thoughts are part of everyone's human experience. You don't need to push them away in order to practice. Learning to bring your mind back from its thoughts is the practice. But how do you let go of the thoughts once they've pulled you in? This exercise offers one way to unhook yourself from the thoughts and simply let them be. Without pushing the thoughts away or denying their presence, you can be aware of the thinking mind while remaining unattached. Settle into a seated posture and gently close the eyes. Notice the energy in the mind and body. As you come into a period of mindfulness practice, you may notice the energy of your day resting in the mind and body. The mind may be active. The body may feel worked up, or you might feel or notice a bit of lingering anxiety. Becoming aware and paying attention. Now think of a shaken snow globe with all that energy swirling around. As you rest, the little snowflakes fall gently to the ground. Think of yourself as a snow globe. And every snowflake as a thought. In this way, watch as each and every snowflake falls to the ground. Do not force yourself to calm down. Let it happen slowly and organically. After a minute or so, bring your attention to the breath in the body. Choose one spot where the breath is felt easily. It may be the center of the chest, the abdomen, the shoulders, or even the nostrils. Observe the physical sensation of the body breathing. Observing the breath for a few minutes. Bring the mind back when it wanders. Stick with the snow globe visualization. And as thoughts begin to rise up, observe as they slowly settle back down. After a couple minutes of focusing on the breath, open your awareness to include your thoughts and your general mental state. Instead of returning to the breath when the mind wanders, notice what the mind is doing. You may notice yourself planning, fantasizing, figuring out, or even replaying past experiences. Whatever you observe the mind doing, let it be. When you recognize a thought, what happens? Try not to encourage the thought, but don't push it away either. Allow it to be, and allow it to go on its own. See if you can watch the passing of the thought as it follows its natural trajectory and leaves the mind. Return to the breath and patiently wait until another thought arises. Notice it. Watch the thought. And come back to the breath again. Continue with mindfulness of the breath and the thoughts. Notice when you're lost in thought or when the mind wanders for some time. If judgment arises, notice, just as you would any other thought. You can always return to the breath for a few moments to ground yourself back into the practice. Know that this tool is always available to you, bringing yourself back to your breath. Now, shift your awareness from your breath back to your body. Feeling the floor beneath you. Thinking about the room or space that you're in. How does it feel to be here? What is this space like? Begin to take notice of the little things around you that you might take for granted as you go about your busy day. Think of this room as a shelter, a haven, keeping you safe from the outside elements. Keeping you well protected and comfortable. Feel the air on your skin and notice what it feels like. Warm or cold. Appreciate the temperature of the air that surrounds you. Notice the sounds in this room now. Perhaps you hear a ticking clock, the hum of a fan, or the murmurs of voices. Rather than thinking of these sounds as noises or distractions, begin to appreciate what you hear. Think of each sound as an opportunity to explore your surroundings and become more mindful of all the moving parts that exist here. Just listen. Be present. Breathe deeply now and see what you can smell Go deep, uncovering scents that you may not realize exist here. Inhaling through the nose as you pick up the subtle aromas. Perhaps you smell the wood of the floor beneath you or the walls around you. Or perhaps you can smell plants or soil. Or you may notice other scents drifting in through the window or around the room. Just breathe. Explore and appreciate this moment of mindfulness. Now begin to extend your awareness to the outside of your immediate surroundings. Think about your entire home and everything within it. Bringing to mind the things that you use every day to help your life run more smoothly. Your clocks, refrigerators, sinks, closets, clothes. See yourself going through a normal day, but moving more slowly. And more mindfully. Taking your time, getting dressed, showering, eating, and working. Imagine taking the time each day to express gratitude for all of these modern conveniences. Trying not to dwell on the haves and have-nots. Just simply appreciate every aspect of your daily experience. Continue to breathe deeply, setting an intention to move more mindfully throughout each and every starting day. Extending your awareness even further now. Think of the world outside of you. Think of the blue sky above, the sun, the trees that offer shade, and the soil beneath your feet. Think of each and every season. Autumn with its deep, rich, and crisp breeze. Picture the perfect winter day, complete with a warm cup of tea or coffee. and comforting fireplace. Breathe in the dewy freshness of spring. Watching the flowers bloom as the sun returns to the earth. Think of the slow, lazy days of summer, soaking up the sunlight, savoring the sweet, ripe fruits and the cool, refreshing drinks. Continue to express appreciation for the changing of the seasons and the gifts that each one brings. It's easy to find gratitude for everything that runs smoothly in our lives. How about the bumps in the road? We can be grateful and thankful for these little life lessons too. The spilled milk, the flat tire, the endless grocery line, all of the little errands or minor annoyances that upset our days. Every mishap offers us a chance to slow down, the chance to live in the present moment and focus our attention on the matters at hand. Imagine navigating these bumps in the road with grace and ease, effortlessly going with the flow and keeping cool, calm, and adopting an attitude that way. Adopting a come what may attitude. Deep breath in, pulling the air deeply into the body, and a slow letting go, releasing the breath and all stress. Another deep inhale and a slow exhale, releasing expectation. Once again, slow breaths. Letting go of anything that prevents you from experiencing gratitude. Deep breath in, releasing all blocks, letting them dissolve. Breathing in clarity. Breathing in relaxation. Engage with a peaceful, steady rhythm of your breath as you continue to invite gratitude into this experience. When it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. Let this sentiment sink in. The critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them with gratitude. Commit to turning all of your granteds into gratitude. Mindfully walking through your life and making an effort to notice more, feel more, and see more. Continue deep breathing, deeply integrating this idea and taking everything with gratitude. Breathing it into your cells, breathing it into your nervous system, breathing it into your expanded auric field. Now, become aware of your body once again, feeling the floor beneath your feet, the air against your skin, hearing the sounds around you. Begin to wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. Slowly, allow your eyes to open, taking everything in. This is your life. You are here. And as you continue your day or night, remember to take everything with gratitude. Always remember to come out of meditation slowly. Feel free to have a sip of water if you need some water. And then I encourage you to grab your pen and journal and just write down, take a moment. I'll give you a few minutes to just write down anything that comes to you, anything that came to you in your meditation. Again, because anything can be easily forgotten as time progresses. So I'll give you just a few minutes to journal for just a minute. You can also be thinking about because this full moon is all about releasing and letting go, you can also start thinking about what has been coming up for you over the last, we'll just say 30 days since the last full moon. or even maybe 2 weeks since the new moon. What has been presenting itself, or even the last several days? You can start thinking about that as well. Okay, I'll give you one more minute. Okay. Now let's move to our little exercise. We have a few more minutes before we wrap up here. So I want you to take either your paper or your toilet paper. I always love toilet paper because it burns so easily. And if I ever need to, I can flush it down the toilet. So, because that's another way of releasing and letting go when you do these intentions. So taking your toilet paper or taking your piece of paper, I put some questions in the chat box, but I'll say them out loud. So I want you to start thinking about, again, this is specific to this moment. So looking at your fears and what is coming up for you surrounding fears. I am most afraid of what? And I'm ready to release and let that go. So what fears are popping up for you? What are presenting themselves? What is no longer working in my life? Asking that question. Where can I release and let go? I release control of, I know for myself, as a Capricorn moon, I can be a little controlling. So where can I release control and let go? I've had to do a lot of that surrendering over the last several years, especially with a teenage son that has been making the decision to move out and be on his own. So what can I release and let go? Am I resisting structure? I think that this is a big one. I think you either are really prone to structure or you're not. So where can you be more structured in your life? Where can you set healthier boundaries? Where can you be more detail oriented? Where can you take yourself to that next level? And how can you take yourself to that, 10,000 foot view? What does that look like for you? What do you need to release and let go? Take a few moments. I'm going to give you a few moments to write down what you want to let go of, so that we're going to do a little exercise with it where we're going to hold this and give it the energy that it needs, and then we're going to release it and let it go. So really take some time with this. Give me a thumbs up when you're done, and then we'll move forward. So I'll give you just a minute. I know for me personally, I'm ready to release anything that's holding me back from my power. Like, I am ready to fully step into my power. So that's what I know for me. That is, I am ready to release any lack or limitation surrounding what I am here to do. I'm ready. I'm writing it down. You write down yours. Ooh, I know another one. I've been a little disorganized lately, so I am ready to release disorganization. I need to get back on track with my organization. I'm also ready to release my negativity. I can be negative, you guys. I'm ready to release that too. When I think I'm being funny, some negativity. What is no longer working in your life? Disorganization is no longer working in my life. What else isn't working? Any limiting or lack based mindset doesn't work for me anymore. How about the fact that you don't believe that you have the answers inside of you? A few more things to think about. When, put these in the chat box as well. When are you the most, so you can create some releasing some limitations around these as well, but I'm most powerful when I can rebirth my life by. How do I define my freedom? So what's holding you back from your freedom? What areas of my life am I desiring more freedom now? I know I want more freedom around, time and energy. What areas of my life could benefit from more structure? So maybe writing and releasing anything surrounding those. We'll actually probably use some of these for the new moon meditation in 2 weeks when we go in and manifest what it is that we want. We're going to do some candle magic. It's been a little while. We'll do some candle magic. Really bring in those. As we're doing this big release, this big purge, we're going to bring in some new powerful energy. Ready to burn? Okay, you guys ready? Okay, feel free to write down any more items that you have. I've got my list right here. But let's go ahead and move to the next part. So I want you to take your paper, your tissue, your toilet paper in your hand. I want you to hold it there. And as you hold this paper, you are going to transfer all of your burdens, all of your energy, everything that is holding you back. You are literally going to push it into this tissue, this paper that you are holding. And then you're going to recite the following. So you can say this out loud, or you can say this to yourself in your head. All that weighs heavily on my shoulders, all that burdens my mind and my heart, all that dampens my mood and my spirit, all that worries me, all that stresses me, all that keeps me up at night, all that weakens my soul, all the guilt, any pains, may they now be released into this paper for clearing and transmuting. You can feel free to add anything else into your prayer, or adding your own words. And then after reciting this, you can flow into it, release it, let it go, shake it out, whatever you need to do. And then, again, I'm not going to do this tonight because I seem to create fire hazards in my house. But I want you to take your candle if you have it. If you do not, you can take this outside and burn it. But I want you to take it from your candle, your intention candle, and light and transmute the energy. Or you can even, if it's toilet paper, you can flush it down the toilet. And then I want you to release this and let it go. You can let it sit out in the moon overnight and then put it in your garden the next day if you want. But release it and send it back to the earth where it can go, where ground it in, settle it out. So I want you to do that after we're done. And normally I would blow out my candle, but I'm going to keep it lit because I want to be able to light it with that intention. So with that concludes our meditation for the evening. If you're catching this on the replay, we will again do the new moon on next Thursday, or in 2 Thursdays. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. If you need me in the meantime, I'm here. I'm on, Instagram. I'm an email or phone call or text away. So if you need me. And then, I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and get ready to manifest some candle magic. So look for the email. I'll tell you what you'll need. And I will see you all in 2 weeks. I love you. I love you. I love you. Mwah. I love you. Good night, you guys. Have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your evening. Bye.